Mm. Uh, What's happening, guys? How's everybody doing? I wanted to talk about networking today. Basic networking. It consists of switches, routers, are the basic networking. It's all about a switch acts as a controller, connecting computers, printers, and servers to a network. Within a building or campus, switches allow the device on your network to communicate with each other's as well as the network. But we can also talk about computer tips. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A wireless network is a computer network that uses wireless data connection between network nodes. Most networks today are wireless. If you're in your house and you have most likely a wireless network set up. There's a couple different types of wireless network. WLANS, it's wireless local area network. WPANS, that's wireless personal area network. WMAS, it's wireless metropolitan area. WWANS, that's wireless wide area network. There's different types of it. But word wireless defines as having no wires in networking terminology. Wireless is the term to describe any computer's network where there is no physical wires connecting between sender and receiver, but rather the network is connected by radio waves and or microwave to maintain communication. That's a pretty good determination. There are basically different types of wireless networking: WAN, LAN, and PAN. Wireless wide area network, WWANS, are created through the use of mobile phone signals, typically provided and maintained by specific mobile phone cellular type. What are the difference between wired and wireless? Obviously, wired is wired with a cable between them. And wireless, the cable would be copper, would be twisted pair or fiber optics. What types of wireless networks are they? We already went through that. Is Wi-Fi wireless networks? Wi-Fi is a technology for radio wireless local area networking devices based on the IEEE 802.11 standards. Wi-Fi compatible devices can connect to the internet via WLAN and a wireless access point. What are the disadvantages of a wireless network? Well, file sharing transfer fees are going to be normally slower than, excuse me, on a wireless network than a wired network. Because the wireless network that they are with cables, the speed can also vary considerably according to your location and in relation to the network. The general speed of a wireless connection is usually much slower than a wired one. Yeah, I pretty much know that. Why is wired better than wireless? For example, your particular wireless router may have a higher bandwidth than your internet connection. That means that upgrading to a new and faster wireless N router may not improve your wireless performance. When using an 802.11n router, the speed of the wired connection was only 50% faster than the wireless. Is Ethernet faster than wireless? Hi, Sonic. How's it going, bud? Most wired Ethernet connections are faster than Wi-Fi. If you are wired to an Ethernet switch, the bandwidth from the back link, often 1 gigabyte per second, will be shared out similar, so expect fully doing good. I hear that. That's great to hear. Similarly, so expect 100 megabits per second download speed, even with the backlink is only 100 megabits per second. You'll get 10 megabits per second, still faster than Wi-Fi. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, Sonic. I just got on a little while ago, and I figured maybe more people will come. Basically, first the computer adapter changes. I'm going to be listening and playing a game. Yeah, that's cool. How do wireless networks work? Basically, first the computer wireless adapter changes the data into radio signals and then transmits these signals through the use of an antenna. Then a wireless router receives the signal and decodes it. It then sends the information through a wired Ethernet connection to the internet. Okay. Wireless. Hey, Jordan Lawrence and Jay Kurt, welcome. Good to see you guys. How you guys doing? Thumbs up if you haven't already did. Put thumbs up, please. If I haven't added you, you haven't added me to the room, make sure you add me so we can stay in contact. So we could all stay together and connect with each other. Definitely add me, and if you get a chance, watch some of my videos or my playlist. You'll get a lot of information out of there. There's some pretty good videos on my playlist. I just made a new trailer the other day. I'm getting some pretty good feedback on it, which is pretty cool. How to set up a wireless network? We'll talk a little about that. Buy a wireless router to create your own Wi-Fi network. You'll need to connect it to your existing internet modem, configure a router, connect. Congratulations, you're on the internet. You have to have the internet to set up a wireless router. Most of the wireless routers require you to plug into the internet, into the wireless router, then the wireless router into the server. You can go wireless without having a modem in place. The WAN connection, which is where you would normally connect to a cable or DSL modem, can plug into your existing network. That in place. We'll go over how to set up a network. Well, dial up. You don't want to set up a dial up network. To manually add a wireless network in Windows 7, in the control panel, you go to Network and Sharing Center and click Manage Wireless Networks. Click Add and click Manually Create a Network Profile. Manually add the wireless network or the network that you want to connect to, network name, security type, encryption type, and security password. Nowadays, the routers will actually do a lot of that for you, which are nice. You don't have to go through all that. Hey, Jay Curtis, how's it going? Christy Myers, there she is. I knew she was going to come on and visit. I'm glad you're here. Mike's last name is so awesome, man. Sonic, you are the most premierest guy I know on here. How can I get Wi-Fi in my home? Buy an internet service subscription. Choose a wireless router and modem. Note your router's SSID and password. Connect your modem to your cable outlet. Attach the router to the modem. Plug your modem or router into a power source. Make sure that your router and modem are completely on. What do I need for a wireless network internet? A router is a device that connects to your computer service provider, ISP, and its built-in hardware enables you to share your broadcast connection with multiple computers and devices. More importantly, the wireless router contains the hardware to turn your home into your own personal wireless hotspot. How do I set up a new network connection? Or how about what do I need for wireless? Well, you need a router. That's one thing you need. That would be the first thing I would suggest getting if you wanted to set up a Wi-Fi network. You definitely need a router. You definitely need a internet service provider. You gotta have those. And if you want to enable the Wi-Fi network, you turn it off to enable the Wi-Fi network card. The Wi-Fi adapter can also be enabled in the control panel. You click on the network and sharing center options, then you click on the change adapter setting links in the left navigation pane. Right click on the Wi-Fi adapter and select enable. That's how you manually do it. If you want to set up a Wi-Fi in your house, you gotta get yourself a Wi-Fi router. Some routers have modems built in, some don't. And the top of the line routers are generally Belkin is a very good one. I use a Belkin router. There's a few other ones. Netgear is a big name for routers. You can get a Netgear. You have to look at it as what you can afford as far as getting a router. They go anywhere from $30 up to a couple hundred. So it's basically what you can afford and what kind of setup do you want. You can get a Netgear router, or you can get a Belkin router. You know, D-Link makes good routers. Linksys, Linksys. TP-Link Archer makes them. Asus makes routers. I would say the top names in routers would be Belkin, Netgear, and Linksys. D-Link also. I've had D-Link routers. They work pretty good. I like Belkin routers myself. Pretty much the best. Belkin, I would say, my favorite routers and what typically people buy are Netgear or Belkin. Oh, thanks, Christy. I'm live right now, and I'm glad you're with us in my live chat. Belkin Netgear, exactly. What is the best router under $100? Netgear, R6700 Nighthawk. Smart Wi-Fi router at Amazon is for under $100. TP-Link is under $100. That's the best overall router. Netgears are very good. You can do a nice wireless network with a Netgear router or a Belkin router. Those are my preferences for anybody that wants to buy a router. But my recommendation is don't buy too cheap a router. There's one for $19.99 and then there's another one for $29.99. That $29.99, if it's an N router and if it's has more capability, if it's a better router, then go with that one. Because if you get the cheapest router out there, it probably won't last too long. The cheap ones don't really last too long. You want to make sure you're getting an N router, and that's compliant with all laptops and desktops. The routers today are vary a lot in price. I would say to get a decent router, you'd want to spend about between $40 and $75 to get a good one. You don't have to buy a $200 router, you know, unless you want to, but oh, sure, you're welcome. Everybody, Christy Myers is here, and she's a friend of mine. She's also lives down here in Florida. If you guys want to say hi to her, you can. She comes to my live streams sometimes too, and I'm very grateful for that. So there you go. Setting up your wireless network is not very hard at all. I can walk you through all the steps. Yep, very good. I'm going to go through like all the different, I'm going to do a recap on all the different things you can do to clean your computer and make your computer run good. Hey, Sonic, thanks, bro. Sonic's one of my best friends on here. I met him not too long ago. And I got some other friends on here that are pretty cool too. But we're going to go down the list. We're going to start with your Windows 10, Windows 8 computer, Windows 7 computer. If you're on the internet, make sure you update all of your Windows updates. In the bottom search, you type in Windows Update and go into the computer and click Update. And you want to update all the Windows files. Completely update Windows. And if there's any updates for your programs, update your programs also. If there's any updates for your drivers in Device Manager, go into Device Manager, and next to the plus sign, next to each device, you got sound, you got video, you got different devices on there that are hooked up to your computer. You can click the plus sign and click Update. It may say that you have the latest update, but if there's an update, it will install it. Be careful what you do when you go into Device Manager too. You don't want to disable anything. I would only be concerned with my sound card. If I had a good high-end sound card or a video card that was high-end, those are the only things I'd be looking to update, basically. And then what else do we want to do on our computer to make it run better? Make sure the fans are clean. Desktop fans need to be clean. Laptop fan needs to be clean on the outside so the air can go out. Those are two things that you definitely want to do. Make sure you keep up with that. Oh, thanks, Christy. What else do we want to do? We want to clean our Chrome browser. You click your Chrome browser like you're going to the internet. You're going to go to the right-hand side. Hey, Steve. Welcome to my live stream. I'm doing a computer cleaning and maintenance recap here. And what you want to do is you want to click the three dots on the upper right hand side of the Chrome browser. And you're going to go to history and then hover your mouse left and click history. And then go on your keyboard and hit Control A, and that'll highlight a lot of those boxes with all your history entries there, websites that you went to. Then you click delete on your keyboard. Listening to you while I'm doing some drafting and all. Hey Steve, that's fine. You're welcome. As long as you want to listen, you're more than grateful. More than welcome to listen. So then you get rid of them all. If you only got rid of some of them, go back in, hold Control A, stay in there. And there's also a drop-down box there when you go to history. Make sure it's on everything, because you have it set. It could be set for 1 week, 2 weeks, or a month. You want to set to everything so it gets rid of all your temps. Okay, so set that drop-down box over there in history. Make sure you go, click it. It's on the top, and make sure everything is showing. And then you're going to get rid of all your history. Also, you can go down, you can click the dots again and go down to settings, click settings, and scroll down a little bit and make sure your default browser is Google. If it don't say Google in there, make sure it says Google. And then you can close it out. You only want it to say Google. You want your browser to go to a safe site, and that's Google, Bing. Those are safe sites, or MSN, but I prefer Google. Google is the best browser out there. So that's that. Once you get to do that, I hope you have an antivirus. Make sure you have a Avast antivirus, free version if you don't have one. Make sure you have Malwarebytes, free version if you don't have it. And CCleaner, that's another program. You should have all three of them. And they're all free. And you can go to download.com and you can download all three of those programs and use them to clean your computer. You can also go, if you're on Windows 10, you go into your cache, and there's a lot of cookies, temporary internet files, and prefetch files that get on your computer when you're on the internet and you're surfing websites, and I'm going to show you how to take them off. And you could do this about once a month and take them off, and your computer's going to run better. So what you do is on Windows 10, you go down to your Windows icon, the lower left, right click it, click on Run Box. It says Run. Type in the box temp, small letters, TEMP, hit OK. When you go to the next screen, it's going to show you a lot of folders, and there's going to be temp. It might ask you to click OK to continue. If it does, click OK to continue. Then you want to highlight one of those folders there and do Control A on your keyboard and hit delete. You want to delete everything in the folder, in the temp folder. And if you can't do it on the first time, that's okay. Go back in, keep it open and hold Control A again, hit delete. You might have to do it a few times, if you have a lot of temp entries in there. And if there's only a couple left, don't worry about it. They might not all go away, and just close that window out on the upper right, that X. You can X out of it. Then you're going back to the same thing again. You're going to the Start menu. You're going to right click it, then you're going to left click where it says Run. You're going to go back to the Run box. You're going to backspace what the temp that's in there, and you're going to put in something else. You're going to put percentage sign. You're going to write temp again, and then you're going to put another percentage sign. Then you're going to hit OK, and it's going to take you to another folder. And you're going to see the same thing, all these different folders there. And it might ask you to continue on the screen before you get there, so you just hit continue. Then you'll get to those folders. Then you do Control A, and then you hit delete, and you're cleaning out that folder too. And once you're done with that, you can close out that folder. And you're going to go back to the Start, right click it, and go to Run. This time you're going to type in prefetch. So backspace what's in there and type in prefetch. PREFETCH. Hit OK. All small letters. You're going to go to another folder. It's called the prefetch folder. You're going to highlight the entries there. All the files there are temporary files, and you want to get rid of them because they all accumulate and slow your computer. So you're going to hold Control A, and you're going to hit delete until they're all gone. And then you're going to close that out, and then you're done with that. So that's all finished. You cleaned up all your cache and all your temps and your temporary internet folders that are left behind and all that. You got all that done. You can do that about once a month, and you're going to be good to go. If you're on Windows 7, it's a little bit different. Windows 7, you have to go down to the bottom left Start, right click it, click Run, then you're going to have to type in msconfig. That's msconfig, and then hit OK. Then you'll get another screen that says Microsoft Configuration Utility. Then you're going to have to go up to the top, hit the Startup tab. Then you'll see a lot of boxes in a line, and they'll all have check marks in them. You take all the check marks out. You can keep your antivirus on if you'd like, and then you hit Apply and OK. Then you'll have to restart your system, and then you're done. That's how you that's how you get rid of all the things on Startup on Windows 7. Windows 10 is a little different. It's getting rid of startup items. You're going to go down to the bottom toolbar, and you're going to right click an empty space on the toolbar, and you're going to click on Task Manager. When you get to the Task Manager screen, you're going to see what's running, and whatever's running in there that you don't want running, you can stop it from running. And you want to exit out of those things that are running, and then it will free up memory. You're not deleting anything, you're just taking it off startup where it's not going to run when you start the computer. But if you want to use those programs later, you'll still have them. You're just taking them off running in the background. So that's it. You did all that. You can run your antivirus. You can run your Malwarebytes. You can run your CCleaner, and CCleaner also has that registry cleaner built in, so you can run the registry cleaner. You can be on Windows 7, 8, or 10, and it will work. Just make sure you get the right version of antivirus. If you're on 7, get Avast antivirus free version for Windows 7. If you're on Windows 10, make sure you get Avast free version for Windows 10, and so on. I think there's only 2 different versions. But make sure you get the free version and not the trial. The trial is going to give you like 30 days, then it's going to start charging you. You want to get the free version. Free version is there's never a charge. And that's what I've always had, is the free version. Don't let them trick you into getting a trial version unless you want to have real-time scanning, which means if you get the paid version, there are actual people there that you can call up if you have an issue. But I prefer the free version. So then you run all those programs, and those are going to clean up a lot of things for you. So I am glad you did that, and your computer is going to be working better now because you did a few simple steps. Hello, Super. Today's edition, hey, my man. Can't stay long, but I met you today. Yeah, I definitely talked to you in the thumbs up, bud. I appreciate your comment, and I definitely want to keep in touch with you. Check out my live stream. Yeah, I just came on about half an hour ago. That's like, what's up, man? We're all from peace and love from South Germany. Okay, man, that sounds great. You're always welcome to come here. If I have the live stream going, you guys are all welcome. That's like, what's up, where from? Yeah, I hear you, Super. So, yeah, I'm going through the steps. What I'm doing is a recap on computer maintenance. You can always watch the playback. Oh, good. Yeah, you can stick around if you want to learn stuff. But you can also watch the playback too, because I have 30 minutes of other stuff today. And I just went through a few of them, so that those things will help you. Now what you want to do is, if you're on Windows 10, you want to right-click on your Windows logo on the bottom left, and then you want to hit where it says File Explorer. Once you hit File Explorer, hit My PC, and then you're going to go to your C drive. When you go see your C drive, you're going to right-click on your C drive, then to highlight it, then you're going to left-click Properties. Properties is all the way on the bottom, so you click Properties on the C drive. Then you're going to see 2 screens. Actually, you're going to see 1 screen with 2 different things on it. Hey, Sonic, hope you're having fun with that game, but I see you're still with us. I know you said you're going to be listening. And also, you can, what you do there is, you click where it says Disk Scan. You click Disk Scan, and then you click Scan, my system files. Clean my system files. You'll see that right near it. And then it will go through everything. And then it will tell you, after it populates and goes through everything, it's going to say, you sure you want to remove your system, clean your system files? Okay, today, I'll talk to you later then. Thanks for coming by. And then you say yes, okay. After that, you continue with your disk cleaning. Once that's done, you're going to go right below it, and it says Optimize Hard Drive and Defrag. You click that, you highlight your C drive, you double click it, and you let it optimize, and you let the defrag run. And until it's done, you don't touch the mouse, you don't touch the keyboard, you don't do anything on the computer while you're running defragmentation, and you let that go until it's all finished. Once it's all finished, you can close the windows out, and then you're done with that. Those are two good things you can do to get your hard drive healthy. It's really to clean your hard drive and make it work better. Once you do that, then all your files get put in the center of the platter on the hard drive, and that arm that moves back and forth is called a write read arm, and it doesn't have to go all over the place to look for your files and what you're doing. It'll see them in the center of the drive. So that's what happens when you do disk scan and optimize your hard drive and defragmentation. It puts all the files that you normally use in the center of your hard drive on the platter, because a hard drive is really a box, and a SATA hard drive is just a square box, and it has a round platter inside and an arm that goes back and forth like this. Once you defrag, most of the files that you normally use are going to be in the center of that platter instead of scattered all over like it was before. So that write read arm doesn't have to move that much, you see? And your hard drive will perform better because it's not working as hard. So that's a very good tip, and I hope everybody does disk scan and defragmentation. I recommend doing that once a month also. It's not something you have to do all the time, because you don't want to do defrag that too much, or else you'll really beat up the hard drive. And if you have an SSD hard drive, you don't do that at all, because SSD hard drives don't get defragged. There's no moving parts. SSD hard drive, which is the new type of hard drive out, if you buy a computer today, make sure you get an SSD hard drive, because they run at 1500 RPMs. A regular SATA hard drive runs at 5200 RPMs or 7400 RPMs. So the best kind of hard drive you want today, if you buy a new computer, is called SSD. It's flash memory, and it's a hard drive, and it works a lot better. But SATA hard drives are good too. So I'm not telling you to throw out your hard drive and run out and get a SSD. You only do that if you want to increase your speed and you want to invest money in your computer. If your computer's too old, you might not want to invest money into it. So that's something you got to look, kind of weigh the facts and see what's, is it worth keeping my computer as long as it's running good. I say hold on to it and get the most use out of it. If you have to do high-end applications and your computer won't do all that, then you may want to consider trying to get a newer computer. But if you do get a newer computer, there's a few things that I want to tell you that you want in that new computer. You want to have a good graphics card. Whether it would be a laptop or a desktop, you want to have at least 2 gigs of memory on your graphics card or more. And you want to have a quad-core processor. Quad-core processors work good. You can get an i5 Intel or an i7 or even an AMD quad-core. Don't ever buy a Celeron processor. If anybody tries to sell you a computer with a Celeron, look at something else, because Celeron is a very low-grade Intel processor, and some stores will try to sell you a Celeron because it's cheaper. But I tell you, once you start using that, you'll wonder why you bought it, because you can't do very much with a Celeron. It doesn't address as much as the high-end processors, so it can't do that many different things. So you want an AMD processor or an Intel processor, Intel i5 or Intel i7, quad-core processor is the best. You want 4 gigs of memory or more, that's your RAM, 4 gigs of memory. You want to have yourself an SSD hard drive, and everything else, in my opinion, is pretty self, just you decide that for yourself. You know what I mean? That's just a personal preference, everything else. But if you have those 4 things, then you're in good shape. And if you're looking to buy a new computer, I don't get paid from these companies. I don't They don't sponsor me or anything, but I can tell you from over 20 years experience that the best kind of computer you want to get is an HP, a Dell, an Asus, which is spelled ASUS, or a Toshiba. If you want to spend a lot more money and get a high-end gaming computer, then you may want to look into Alienware. That is what I recommend. Last night I did a live stream and someone said, "What about an Acer?" Acers, I don't really recommend you buy an Acer because unless it's a business class Acer, because most Acers are built pretty cheaply. So you want to get a decent computer if you're in the market to buy it. And I'm not trying to sell you a computer. I don't have any computers to sell you anyway. But I'm just trying to give you, so a lot of people are looking for computers these days, and I like to give people information on what to look for. And another tip I have for buying computers is make sure you buy a computer if you go and buy it from a box store, make sure you're getting a computer that doesn't have a restocking fee. If you return your computer, they're going to charge you money to restock it. And there's a couple of stores that do that. Most stores don't. So I would ask, if you're buying a laptop, make sure you get a laptop that has a decent charge on the battery, at least 2 or 4 hours worth of battery time that it stays charged for. Some laptops will have a six-hour battery or even an 8-hour battery. And I'm talking about in the $550 range laptops. I'm not talking about high-end and I'm not talking about low-end. To get a decent laptop, it's usually around $550 in 2019. I mean, you can pay more and you can pay less. But when you pay less, you're probably going to not get the specs that you want in it. So you have to be careful. You have to go in knowing that there's certain things you want in your computer. Because you might be doing, high-end graphics, you might be doing editing, if you're going to be doing these things, you might be doing drafting on a computer. Some people run certain programs from their job, software programs that need extra memory, need a better video card to run. So you have to have a decent computer if you want to do these different things. So that's why I tell people, make sure you get a decent computer if you're in the market to buy one. You don't want something that's going to break down. And also, if you're not real computer savvy, I would recommend looking into the warranty if it's affordable. Because if your computer breaks, it's going to be like $100 or $150 probably to get it fixed, depending on what's wrong with it. And also remember that every computer that you buy generally will have a 1-year hardware warranty. That means if something goes wrong, they'll pay for the parts, but you have to pay for the labor. But if you buy a warranty, you'll probably be covered for the labor also. So keep these tips in mind if you're looking to buy a new computer. I hate to see people just get something and then are unhappy with it later on. It's better if you're prepared. So that's it as far as the computer goes to purchase one. There's a couple other things that I want to go over. And this is just basic safety for the internet. I always say, and I'm still saying, make sure you have antivirus. You already know that. Be careful what you click on when you're on the internet. Don't click on just anything you see, some kind of gimmick that tells you you're gonna, fix your computer. Click here, or your computer has this messages that say your computer has like 1,000 things wrong with it. Click this to fix it. Usually, you click there and it ends up breaking something. So don't do that. If you're a senior citizen, be careful. Don't click anything. Just play your games and enjoy your life. And there's a lot of scammers out there, and there's people that want to hack into computers to get people's personal information, so you have to be protected. And be a selective sharer. What I mean by that is be careful about websites that you buy things or give your personal information to, your credit card information. If there's not a lock on the website, it's not secure. And look at your browser anytime you're going to purchase something on a website. It should say secure. If it says not secure site, I would not buy anything from there because it's some kind of scam and somebody's trying to get your information. And don't ever give anybody your information, credit card or otherwise, unless it's a reputable place, because there's a lot of hackers out there and you don't want to be part of it. Another thing that most people don't tell you is don't go to internet cafes, don't go to Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, these places where they let you use their Wi-Fi. Don't do it, because you can easily get your information stolen. There's hackers that are on 24/7 and they're waiting for people to prey upon, to break into their computer, to have weak passwords that go to these places, and it's very easy for people to monitor your computer activity and get through the free Wi-Fi that these places offer. Get a VPN network. The best way to take your laptop out and about or on vacation or just going around is by getting a VPN network or getting a plan service through your internet or through like the different places where you put the adapter in the side and that's your signal. But don't go to these Wi-Fi places that let you use their Wi-Fi and connect to their network just because they have free Wi-Fi. Everybody has free Wi-Fi. You know, you can go to a store and get free Wi-Fi. Most places and restaurants have free Wi-Fi. It's not a safe thing to use. It's not. Use your phone in those places if you can. You're going to be a lot safer. Don't use your computer. Even in the hotel lobbies where they have these computers for anybody to use, those networks can easily be hacked into. So be careful as far as safe surfing. Being safe online is a real important thing. People are being scammed all the time, and some of the biggest hackers who were reformed are telling the public these exact things that I'm telling you. And they did it, they were professionals at it. So keep that in mind, that you can easily, have somebody take advantage of you online if you're not safe. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, Mike Locascio, please subscribe. I have a lot of videos that will help you. I have some couple playlists that are very good. If you want to leave a comment or you have a computer question that's happening, something's happening with your own computer, I will be glad to help you in any way I can. So just, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I do live streams. I have a lot of videos that I have so far, about 100 and something videos. And I keep coming out with videos all the time. So make sure you stay connected and you'll be doing okay. You can get all your information and help that you need. So if anybody has any questions or any comments or any tips that you know that will help people with their computer, I always welcome those tips. And definitely subscribe to my channel. And I am very happy to have you and grateful of all the people that I have in my channel. And I visit you guys all the time, different channels, and I watch your videos. How did you learn all this stuff? Well, good question. About 1995, I started my own computer business. The way I learned a lot of this stuff was I started going to. I bought my first computer in 1995, and I had nothing but problems with it. What happened was I realized that when you buy a computer, they don't tell you how to use it. They don't tell you how to maintain it or repair it or anything. They just sell you the computer. You go home, and then you try to hook it up and get online and have fun. But I didn't know anything at all. So I had the same problems that most people have. So I thought, hey, I better learn how to use this thing. So I won't have to stay up all night with tech support, 6, 7 hours trying to fix the windows and all this. I knew nothing about. It kept on freezing up on me. I was doing all the wrong things. So then, make a long story short, I found some chat rooms on AOL that do computer repair. I started asking a lot of questions there, and a lot of people started giving me, helping me with my computer. So I was able to fix it myself after a couple of years of doing that, learning how to fix my computer. I started helping new people that came into the chat room. Then I went to computer school. I had my own computer repair business. So that's really how it started. And I got certified from Dell. I got certified from HP. I worked for Dell. And I also got my CompTIA Plus. I went to computer school. And a lot of it is from experience, because I've been working on computers over 20 years, and I've worked on hundreds of them. You get that experience too. You learn a lot of things by doing. So that's how it all started, and that's how I got into computers, and I'm still doing it now. And I just passed my 23rd year. If you want to check out my website, I have a website. It's called mslcomputerservice.com, and I have a pretty nice website there where I have a service where I could hook up to your computer and I can repair it over the internet. So I'm going to be doing that in the future. I'm going to be doing repairing computers over the internet for people. And if you're a subscriber, then you'll get a subscriber discount. So if you have a lot of junk on your computer, you have software problems, I'm able to go in there and manually take over your desktop and repair and clean your computer out. So that's a great question. I like when people ask me questions like that, and that's how I started. I started because I had the same problem a lot of other people had, and I didn't know anything about my computer, and I just needed to learn so I could, use it. And then I started helping other people and turned into a business, and then, I went from there. This is something I like to do, and, that's really how I got going. Cool, I had an NEC with Windows. Yeah, that's an old system there, upgraded to 95. Yeah, it's a very old system. But yeah, I started back when Windows 98 second edition came out, AOL 4.0 just came out, and that's when I started with computers, started learning about AOL, Windows, all the different ways to clean your computer, how to repair your computer, and all the different things, working on laptops, changing screens, changing motherboards and laptops. I would change keyboards and all different things I learned. I learned about memory, I learned about hard drives, I learned how to troubleshoot computers, and a lot of software things I learned. So it's really good. Same, I have fixed many, a few degrees. IT almost had a passion. Okay, Premier, yeah, that's very good. So yeah, I mean, you get into it and you start learning things, and after a while, it's like anything else, you know. You want to learn how to ride a horse, you know, you got to start from the bottom, and then you get on there, and after a while, you're good at it. Hey, Jamar, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. But yeah, that's how I started, and I'm glad I did. And I met a lot of good people. I have some friends still today that if I run into a problem, they help me, and I help them. Yeah, 512 RAM and 120. Yeah, 512 hard drive, 128. Yeah, we thought we were flying back then. We had the 512 hard drive. We thought, you know, we had the latest greatest thing out. You know, I remember when it was like 1 gig of memory and Pentium 3. We thought we had the best computer. Then Pentium 4 came out. And it's like, oh my God, these computers are getting faster and faster. So, yeah, I started with 256 RAM, then I went to 512. Okay, yeah, I'm really not a gamer or anything. Some of those games are kind of cool. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people on here that are into games. And that's pretty cool, you know, if you like that. Everybody has their own thing. So yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, you know. You learn one thing at a time, and you get a good feel about it, and you get confident in it, and then you go out to the public and you start, you know, advertising, and you know, you start doing the computers on your own, and you learn even more by doing hands-on. I fix a lot of gaming computers. I fix business computers. I have different clients that will call me, and I do maintenance for them and everything else. So, yeah, it's been a really pretty good thing for me, and I've enjoyed it over the years, working on computers and teaching people, and I enjoy teaching people, I think, more now than I ever did. Now that we have YouTube, I'm on YouTube doing it, so I really like it, you know. So now I can share what I learned with, you know, all of you guys, and hopefully it'll help somebody. So that's my story. Oh. Yeah, I'm probably going to stay on just a few minutes more, and then I'm going to get going. But I'll probably be on later, like tomorrow morning. I may be on. I always love to fix. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people like that. I don't call myself a geek. I don't call myself a nerd. I just think of it as I know how to do something, and I do it, you know. So people are like, oh wow, you know, you really know how to pick computers and this and that, but they think you're like some technology genius. But it's like fixing cars. You learn how to do it, and then you can do it. It's like anything else. But yeah, I mean, computers are a real necessity in life in today's world. So it's like your cell phone. People will need their cell phone. It's kind of like an extension of yourself. You got to have these things today. Yeah. Hey, the original Mellow, how's it going? Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share my video, like it. I appreciate it. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Love to have you. I just got 400. When was it? This morning. I was up to 380, and then I went to 400. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, I got 400 subscribers, which is pretty cool. I mean, obviously I'm a new YouTuber. 400 subscribers is pretty cool. Next goal, I'm going to go for 450. And then after 450, I'll try for 500. That's my new goal. Trying to get 450 subscribers. That's why I say if anybody hasn't subscribed yet. Oh, thanks a lot. Hi, Nick. Glad you could stop by. Spreading the love. Hope you are having a wonderful night. Yep, I am, and I am so glad you are. Thank you very much. I also am sharing your live stream and your video on my Facebook, so I'm looking out for you too. Sure, you're welcome, and I look forward to coming in your live stream, and we have a lot of fun there, and meet new people, and grow together and connect, and it's awesome. Yep, I'm glad that there's a whole bunch of people on here that really have a good time. I know, it's amazing. I like going into your live stream. I like going into Just Living. She's awesome. I listen to her. I go in there every morning. I look forward to it. And, there's a great bunch of people there. I get a lot of support from you guys, and I want to definitely give it back because you guys are awesome. So if you want to catch the live stream, you can watch the replay if you have time. My computer specs, I have a dual core 2.9 Intel processor. I have a 500 gig hard drive. I have 4 gigs of memory. DVD, 23-inch screen. Okay, Nike, thanks for coming by. Talk to you later. And it's a pretty good computer. I also have another computer, which is this is an all-in-one. The other computer's HP, and it's a dual core also. And it's got a 2 gig video card in it, and 500 gig hard drive with 4 gigs of memory. Nothing, not high end, not low end, just basic system. It just does everything I need it to do. I'm going to upgrade my other one. I'm going to put more memory in that because I'm doing my editing from YouTube. I'm going to put my intros and outros in my videos, so I'm going to use the other computer to do that. So this is what CCleaner looks like. If you get CCleaner, that's what it looks like. It's a free program, and then all you got to do is you just run the cleaner. Does everything, just does it all for you. You just click Run Cleaner. Goes through the motions. After it does that, it cleans all your temporary stuff. It goes through your internet, your Chrome, your cookies, And then that's done. It tells you how much stuff it cleaned. Then you go to the registry side of it, and you click registry. Then you click scan for issues, scan for issues, and then it's going to find a whole bunch of things. After it finds all that, it hits selected, fix selected issue. No, I don't need to back up my registry. Fix all issues, and they're all fixed. That's CCleaner. Works very good. I recommend everybody to get that. That's a free program. And I swear by it. I've been using it for years. Yep, it sure is. So you can download that from download.com or anywhere where you want to download it from. It's a free program, and it's a really good program. I've been using it for years. And it just took a minute, not even, and I was able to do the cleaning, and I did the registry, clean the registry out. So that's really good. And I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'm going to be signing off now. So I will catch you guys tomorrow if you're on, Sonic, and everybody else. Thanks for coming by, and I will see you guys later. Yep, backing it up. Sometimes you can back up your registry if you want. That is a good thing to do if you want to do that. But what I do is you can always do a restore to like an hour earlier or 2 hours earlier if you want, if you have system restore. But you can back up your registry if you feel safe, if you're not sure about it. All right, so everybody, thanks for coming, and I will see you later. Thank you very much.